Hi everybody, this is Steve Moisak from Mo Life Coaching. Today we're going to be looking at being a persuasive seller. The video will give you a simple strategy with integrated NLP techniques that will help you directly sell to someone using persuasion. So the first point we're going to be looking at is you need to grab someone's attention, and you could use various different techniques for this, but ultimately you need to start off with a hook. And what I mean by this is a headline, a primary statement that immediately grabs the reader or the person listening's attention. The statement doesn't need to be monumental, but it does, and it doesn't need to promise the world, but it needs to give a clear idea of what you're offering, and ultimately it needs to build excitement and anticipation. That's the key point: excitement and anticipation. Now the second point is a really important one. It's all about what are the customer needs. A mistake that happens over and over again within sales is that people usually use the product benefits of what they're selling, the benefit features, like a battering ram. They believe that by hammering the customer over and over and over with enough benefits will force them to have to buy. It's a wrong way of doing it, because if you do that, you will lose their interest very, very quickly. Do not batter the product home. You need to understand what their needs are, so then you can approach them from that angle. This is absolutely key. So the third point is all about demonstrating clear and specific benefits. So the benefits that you give to a client, or that you try to demonstrate to a client, need to be clear, and they need to be related to the customer requirements, and that's absolutely key. If you don't relate them towards the problems or the issues that the customer's having, or just their general requirements, then they're going to switch off. You're out of the process. If you're in a competitive environment, then your unique features and benefits should be added, and they need to answer the client's question of why you are better than the competitions. So the main point is show to your customer that yours is a better choice because it solves their problems and gives them exactly what they are asking for. Now, the fourth point is offer a solution and not a product. Again, even though you are selling a product or a service, they don't want to hear exactly what it is you're offering. They want to hear how you can solve their problems. They want to hear about the remedies to their troubles. The product is always secondary, because if you can answer the question of, well, how can you help me? How can you make my life easier? Then they automatically will then start to go towards greater interest of your product. People want to hear an immediate to long-term benefit to the problems that they're having. Remember that. So the last point is the person who is the most creative will have the greatest amount of influence. If you imagine decision makers within businesses, they receive hundreds, if not thousands, of emails every few months selling them different products and services. If you can come up with that different approach that answers the questions that they have and solves the problems that they have, you will have greater influence than other people within the market. And when you have greater influence, you have greater control of the sales process. So you can use things such as sensory language, which I discussed in one of my earlier videos, which enables you to create an image in the person that you're selling to's head, which allows them to see what you are offering. And by having that imagery, it creates a greater level of rapport, and again, it will enhance your process within sales. Customers like to be able to see what they can have, so be creative. They also like to see how you can solve their problems. So again, using creativity, be that little bit different, and use a persuasive technique of understanding their issues, understanding their problems, and demonstrating how you can solve that. So that's it. So that's 5 points on how to be a persuasive seller. If you found it helpful, or if you have any questions, please give us a comment or a like below. If you want to see any more of my videos, go to any of my social media channels, especially on my website and also on YouTube, where all the videos are put on there. It'd be great to get a subscribe. But feel free to contact me at any time, and I look forward to catching up with you next time.